Welcome to Heart with Saima. How's everyone doing? Uh, Making sure everything is on. The show has started, and I've started by playing a song, and you know, uh, just in another couple of minutes, we go in and we go live on the radio too. तो आप लोग कैसे हैं? आपकी दुनिया में क्या चल रहा है? मेरी दुनिया में बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं, जैसे आई थिंक हर किसी की चल रही होती हैं। मेरी real estate चल रहा है। We've been focusing on commercial real estate, although इस वक्त ऐसा फील हो रहा है कि there's a lot happening in the world of real estate market में बहुत कुछ हो रहा है, but actually ये वो वक्त है जब investors jump in and investors start to invest and start to buy, because this is a great time to invest in real estate, and this is the time when investors jump in. And उसके अलावा आप लोगों ने first of all बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, thank you everyone for the wishes जो you sent for my daughter graduating from high school. So thank you so much. I'm still working on responding to everyone. तो यह मेरे लिए was emotional weekend for me. um, तो so it was an emotional weekend for me with my daughter graduating, and um, it's just so many things इस चीज के साथ associated होती हैं, right? Lots of nostalgia, lots of memories, and I'll talk a little bit more once we go back into the show. um, किस तरह से you're running with your kids, and you're trying to get them in all these different classes and doing all these things for your kids. Or if one fine day you just wake up and you're like, oh my god, वक्त कहाँ निकल गया, right? कहाँ वक्त बीत गया. And and I think it was just a very emotional week for me. Just hugging my daughter, just being there for her, just trying to give unconditional love, which is not easy to do. But then who said being a parent is easy? It's not. So uh, we have we have we have a minute before we go in. So, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that song. And you're listening to Heart with Saima. I come to you every Thursday. अलग अलग चीज़ें हम करते हैं ड्यूरिंग द शो. कुछ हम लोग कुछ जैसे अभी गाना प्ले किया, तो प्ले सॉन्ग्स फॉर यू ट्राई करती हूँ. And we do start by just talking about the world of real estate and what is going on in the world of real estate in the Dallas market में क्या चल रहा है. और उसके बाद हम बीच में we talk about life, and we talk about everything that is going on in my world. And I am streaming live, by the way, on YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook in multiple places. तो अगर आप मुझे लाइव देखना चाहते हैं तो you are able to follow me. I am under Saima Dillon on social media. तो अगर आप मुझे follow करेंगे, you can actually watch me streaming live on these multiple platforms. So I was talking while the song was playing. I was talking to people on on live. And I was sharing with everyone ke, ye basically, it was, first of all, I was thanking everyone. My daughter graduated from high school, my 18-year-old, this last weekend. तो ये जो लास्ट वीकेंड था, ये मेरे लिए इट वाज quite a emotional weekend, emotional week, I should say. Watching my daughter take the walk, it was, of course, it wasn't really about me, it was about her. तो मेरी बेटी जब अपनी ग्रेजुएशन की वॉक के लिए जा रही थी, तो उनकी बेसिकली एक रिक्वेस्ट थी. And my daughter's request was that she just wanted uh, the people that she loves. She wanted those people to be there this happened at the Frisco Star. So my daughter wanted the people that she loves to be there at the Frisco Star to watch her take a walk. And the thing is, it just went so fast. Itni fast sari ceremony hui hai. I was thinking, कि, okay, itna, probably couple of hours lagenge, and I had a lunch planned at my house. All my family and loved ones were coming over for that lunch, and we thought, okay, हमें इतना time लगेगा, but the ceremony just went so fast, and literally 12 o'clock पे start हुआ और 12:10 के ऊपर she took the walk, so it just went so fast. But it was something very, a moment for her to feel really proud of. She was like, yeah, I want the people I love to watch me take. So it was a very emotional moment. And not only that, but it was also you know so the one of the things that I did was, between working and whatnot, there was a time when this neighbor of mine, his name is John, and वो हमारे उसकी बेटी और my daughter were in the same school and same class and same age. So for the longest time, for several years, John literally took my daughter to school and brought her back from school, because I was working and I had to leave early in the morning to help us out. John, he's a single father, and as a single father, John picked and dropped my daughter for several years. So जब इस last Sunday ko, then I saw, I was outside in my driveway, and I saw John driving by, and I asked John to stop, and I just stood there and I said, hey John, I was it was so emotional sitting there and watching my daughter take the walk for her high school. It just made me think back all those years, जो उसके उसको पिक करना, उसको ड्रॉप करना, एज पेरेंट्स बच्चों को उनकी क्लासेस पे लेके जाना. एंड वी आर यंगर एट दैट टाइम, एंड हमारा एनर्जी लेवल खुद का भी डिफरेंट होता है, एंड वी आर रनिंग 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 रनिंग. And I think I was this helicopter mom who was always running, taking my girls to piano, taking my girls to tennis, taking my girls to all these different classes. And to ekdam se standing there, it was just a very, very, kind of, you're sitting there and ek movie chal rahi hai of all the years and everything that energy wise went into raising your kids. And I told John, I was like, John, I just, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to thank you, and thank you for being the kind and wonderful and amazing human being that you are. You had no expectations in return. You just, as a kind, wonderful person, you just, being a kind neighbor. Because हम लोगों में नेबर्स की इतनी, ग्रोइंग अप एज देसीज, हम लोगों में इतनी ज़्यादा एक वैल्यू डाली जाती है फॉर द नेबर्स, कि नेबर्स, look out for your neighbors, do this for the neighbors, do that for the neighbors. And John, a non-desi, being our neighbor, just selflessly went out and would pick and drop every single day. He would do that because I had to commute for work. And I just told him, I'm so grateful the gratitude pouring from my heart. So I was thinking about all the people in my life who played a part, who contributed towards, um, you know, एक फैमिली सिस्टम होता है, राइट? जब आप अपने बच्चों को रेस कर रहे होते हैं, अपने बच्चों को रेस करने में एक एक पूरा सिस्टम, एक पूरी, आई थिंक स्पेशली बैक होम हमें ये चीज़ नज़र आती है कि एक पूरी फैमिली एज अ यूनिट इन्वॉल्व होती है इन इन द ग्रोथ ऑफ चिल्ड्रन. सो it just makes a huge difference because it's not a single, it's not something you do single handedly, right? It is something that we do collectively. So it takes, like they say, it takes a village. Anyway, so this is I reached out to all the people who have been a part of my my family or my close unit, who contributed towards my kids. And I reached out to everyone and I thanked everyone for playing a role in my kids life. And it as you can sense even right now, it's something emotional. It's, I think, that point, just point के ऊपर आप ये realize करते हैं कि okay, the journey of your kids are going to change, and they have stepped into adulthood, and they're going to be making different choices and different decisions, and they are going to be like these birds who are going to fly away, and they are meant to fly away. And it is hard, but that is the nature of the beast, and they will fly away. So I know parents के लिए ये काफ़ी tough time होता है, especially when you see your kids going off to colleges, but they are meant to fly, and they will fly away. Coming back to real estate, so agar you're in the market, you are thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, please do reach out to me. If you are here and you join me and you listen to my show, then you probably already know that I have been in real estate over 18 years. It is something that I do love. अगर आपका कोई real estate का question हो, so you're more than welcome to call real estate questions, not to request music. अगर आपका कोई real estate से related question है, you're more than welcome to call 214-817-3333, 214-817-3333. You're welcome to call and ask any questions that you might have in regards to your real estate. And having said that, agar aapka koi question hai, you are in the market looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, and you want to reach out to me, agar aap you're in a different state, so you are able to listen to this show by going on to jointhecaravan.com, by going to any, you are able to sign in from any place in the world, and you are able to listen to any of the shows. But if you want to reach out to me directly, 972-244-3106, 972-244-3106, that's my number. Send me a message. Let me know what you're needing. VIP, Victor India Papa, VIP at saimadillon.com, and that's SAIMADHILLON, VIP at saimadillon.com. You're able to reach out to me, email me, let me know what it is that you're looking for. When it comes to real estate, I cannot begin to emphasize to you how well the Dallas market is doing. Homes are going into multiple offers. And one of the reasons that the market is maintaining its stabilization and homes are going into multiple offers is also because there is a shortage of inventory. The inventory is not as much. Builders have reduced the amount of homes that builders are building right now. So builders के permits लेते हैं from the city to build a house, the permit के जो quantity is, the quantity of the permits have gone down. So builders are not building as many homes. Few pieces of land has been released for these custom homes in Prosper. Custom homes in Prosper, uh, as of a couple of weeks ago, there were 4 pieces of land जो कि Windsong Ranch की community है. So this is a community where they are building custom homes in Windsong Ranch in Prosper. And if that is something that you are looking into, I do have some great custom builders who do custom building, and they are going to be building. अगर आपका Prosper में interest है in the Wind Song Ranch, this is, I believe, this is 1.3 million plus की range के अंदर आ जाते हैं. Wind Song Ranch के अंदर these custom homes, there are 4 lots जिसके ऊपर ये build हो रहे होंगे. उसके अलावा, there are bits and pieces of inventory जो कि different areas में builders are releasing in different pockets. There is a small community of townhomes. अगर आप investors हैं, this particular builder, Farmers Branch के अंदर, is building townhomes, and they are open to selling these homes to investors. So these are townhomes. I feel that investment property के perspective से, अगर आप if you are able to increase your budget, and if you are able to invest in a custom home, sorry, not in a custom home, but in a new builder community, it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference because at least for the first few years, you won't really have to do a whole lot of repairs. For example, I have this client who had been buying and investing in townhomes in the Dallas area. So they were buying these townhomes which were 1980, 1980s built townhomes in the Dallas area where HOA has been high. And HOA का की ये चीज है कि when there's an HOA, it's townhome, HOA can increase the HOA dues at any point. And HOA can increase the dues, and you don't have a choice but to pay it, especially if your house is in a community, HOA decides that there are these repairs which need to be made, then the HOA will increase homeowners association dues. So this is something I am a big proponent of course, price point aa jata hai. But I'm a big proponent of telling people to invest, even investment perspective say, in new builder houses, because आपको वो शुरू के सालों में आपको वो investment नहीं करनी पड़ती है in rehabbing the property, in updating the property. But this particular client of mine was very much, his daughter was studying at UT Dallas, so he wanted to stay in that North Dallas area where his daughter is studying, and he wanted to be in a certain price point. So a certain price point में when he stayed, what was happening was कि ठीक है, हमने घर खरीदा, घर की closing की, उसके बाद they spent another and these townhomes are like between 1,050, 1,100 to 1,150 square feet townhomes. So small townhomes, 2 bedroom, 2 baths, or 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bath ke townhomes. So when he went in there, bought these, spent 35, 40, $45,000 in completely updating the property, and redoing everything. Then 8 point ऊपर HOA also increased the dues by another $100 because they were needing to fix something within the community. So HOA भी increase हो गई. They spent a lot of money in updating the property, and because this is a 1981 का built townhome, so there has been 2019 के अंदर the previous owners had replaced the air conditioning unit, but जब से हमने पिछले 3-4 महीने से continuously there has been some problem or the other that we have been trying to get a grip on when it comes to air conditioning. उसकी air conditioning में क्या issue हो रहा है? We have the warranty company going out because we have a home warranty on the unit. We have private contractors who have gone out. We haven't been able to pinpoint कि क्या issue हुआ है. So even after all that and the money which is being spent in trying to get the air conditioning working, and this is a 1981 built townhome, my clients we might have to, because we have a tenant in there, and the tenant has been great and working with us, But the point is the tenant is really being disturbed through this whole process while we're trying to, and we have different people who have gone in there trying to figure out कि ये air conditioning का issue क्यों हो रहा है. Anyways, long story short, um, this is something I'll keep you posted on every show कि उसके साथ क्या चल रहा है. But as of right now, वो जो air conditioning का issue जो है, we are still trying to have the home warranty company send a second servicing company out there to take a look at this. In addition, I do have someone, my own air conditioning people, go out there tomorrow morning to take a look to kind of try to figure out exactly what is going on with the air conditioning. My client himself, they're great people. So they, on the back end, they are really concerned about us being, disturbing the tenant so much. They are ready to just spend that extra money and just install a new air conditioning unit. But I just don't want them spending that huge chunk of money in replacing the air conditioning until we at least know what the issue is and what the solution is before we go that route. So ये जो जब आप इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रॉपर्टी के अंदर जाते हैं, तो आई टोल्ड माय क्लाइंट दैट every month you have to put a certain amount of money on the side, and you need to have that budget where if things go wrong, then you have to be ready to be able to take care of whatever things go wrong. So क्या होता है कि sometimes when you are not a seasoned investor, you get overwhelmed with these little breakages and these issues, um, because in becoming a real estate investor is something that it's a mindset. So the mindset is extremely important. You have to understand कि जब भी आप अपना बिजनेस शुरू करते हैं, या आप कोई भी अगर नए जॉब के लिए भी जाते हैं, तो उसके अंदर ट्रेनिंग आ जाती है, उसके अंदर अलग अलग एक्सपीरियंसेस आ जाते हैं. जब आप अपना बिजनेस स्टार्ट करने कोई भी स्टार्ट करते हैं, तो उसके अंदर आपकी मार्केटिंग, आपका ये खर्चा, आपका वो खर्चा, आप बहुत सारी चीज़ें ट्राई कर रहे होते हैं. सर्टन थिंग्स वर्क, सर्टन थिंग्स डू नॉट वर्क. So it's all part of the package, right? It's all part of the overhead cost of starting your own business. And being a real estate investor is pretty much the same thing. It requires that yes, things are going to go wrong, and you will just have to fix the things which go wrong. But there is a, diversifying your portfolio is absolutely imperative. अगर आपके पास पैसा है, putting some in stocks, putting some in real estate, you need to diversify your portfolio. Teaching your children hands-on education of how to become real estate investors. It teaches your kids the skills of being an entrepreneur. It teaches your kids the skills to become an investor, to manage, do property management. So I am a big proponent. I always preach, okay, when your kids are in colleges, help them buy that first house on the campus. Just वो एक कमरे में रहें, they lease out the other two rooms, always 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, and वो जिधर जिधर जाएं, वो हर जगह पे एक एक investment property के अंदर invest करते जाएं, and they become a real estate investor. So we do have 10 seconds before we go on a break. And if you have any questions, call me 214-817-3333, and we will be right back after the break for Heart to Heart with Saima. So, in our world, oh, Radio Caravan, this is Saima. जी, farmers branch के अंदर जो there's a builder. They are selling homes to investors. Price point की details अगर आपको मैं अपना नंबर दूँ, अगर आप मुझे एक टेक्स्ट मैसेज कर देते हैं, so I can get information and I can send it to you. अगर आप मुझे आपका email भेज दें या text message कर दें तो I can send you details probably later today or tomorrow. एक मिनट आप एक्चुअली क्योंकि मैं अपना फ़ोन जो है ना वो मैं यूज़ कर रही हूँ आप मुझे मैं आपको अपना नंबर दूँ आप मुझे एक्चुअली होल्ड ऑन एक मिनट क्या जी क्या कह रहे हैं नहीं अभी तो आप बट हमारी फिर बात हुई थी राइट उसके ऊपर हमारी बात टेक्स्ट पे हुई थी ना फिर मैंने आपको चीज़ें भी शायद भेजी थी बट उसके बाद आई एम नॉट श्योर आई डेंट हियर फ्रॉम यू आप मुझे आपका नंबर देते हैं हम्म अब्दुल देखिए आपका नंबर भी है मेरे पास सेव हुआ हुआ नहीं नहीं बिल्कुल अम, वो तो खैर इसलिए हुआ था ना बिकॉज आई थिंक आपने मुझे हाँ वो तो मेरे से उस टाइम के ऊपर इशू हुआ था बट अभी मैंने आपको ये एक मैसेज भेजा है और फिर मैं क्योंकि इस वक्त मेरा दूसरा फ़ोन जो है उस पर लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग हो रही है फेसबुक के ऊपर तो जब डन हो जाएंगे जी इनशाला Oh, acha, I mean those are in the 1.2 1.5 की रेंज के अंदर with custom builders. तो तो वो जो है आपको अगर उसमें भी इंटरेस्ट है तो मैं उसमें भी अपडेट उनसे पूछ सकती हूँ कि उनके पास क्या बचा है and I can let you know I will talk to you tomorrow. This sounds good. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz. Radio Caravan, it's Saima. Radio Caravan. Hello. All right. So एज यू कैन सी मल्टीटास्किंग चल रही होती है हमारे पास इस वक्त 1.5 मिनट है वी हैव अ मिनट एंड अ हाफ बिफोर वी गो बैक कॉल्स भी चल रही होती हैं लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग भी चल रही होती है मल्टीपल डिवाइसेस के ऊपर हम लोग वी आर स्ट्रीमिंग ऑन लिंक्डइन एंड फेसबुक एंड यूट्यूब वो सब भी चल रहा होता है तो देयर इज अ लॉट going on at the same time but I thrive on it, and I think that's the fun of things. Maza aata hai, technology, and if you know so much of is becoming AI, and that's what I'm looking into these days. All research about AI, artificial intelligence. So I like to keep on top of technology, what's going on. Uh, क्या यूज कर सकते हैं क्या कर सकते हैं okay so we have 22 seconds to go and all right, so you are tuned in to Heart with Saima. मैं आपके पास आती हूँ यहाँ पर हर Thursday को from 1 to 2 and I come here and I talk about different things, basically everything that is connected to my life. And जब मैं यहाँ पर आती हूँ तो अलग अलग चीज़ों के बारे में हम बात करते हैं जिसके अंदर कुछ बातें हम रियल एस्टेट से शुरू करते हैं और रियल एस्टेट के अंदर ये है कि आई वाज जस्ट टेलिंग यू कि इफ यू आर लुकिंग टू बिल्ड अ कस्टम होम तो कस्टम होम के अंदर अगर आपका इंटरेस्ट सो देयर आर couple of things happening. One is कि यूनिवर्सल स्टूडियो फ्रिस्को में जिस जगह पे आ रहा है उसके करीब में एक कम्युनिटी आ रही है where they are going to be building custom homes. So, but these homes are going to be probably they're going to be 2.2 million plus की रेंज के अंदर होंगे. अगर आपका इंटरेस्ट है to be close to the Dallas North Tollway, to be close to 380 and 121, to be close to PGA golf जिधर हो रहा है. And keep in mind कि people who are investing here, उनकी property की values इतनी strong होती जा रही हैं, and that is simply because the Dallas market is doing phenomenally well. So I was actually reading this article yesterday, and they were comparing Dallas to Dubai. तो अगर आप Dallas में रहते हैं, and if you are into investing in real estate, this is the time when investors are investing in the real estate in Dallas Fort Worth, because Dallas की market के dynamics totally change होते जा रहे हैं. Dallas के अंदर सब high class restaurants are coming in. जिस तरह Dallas के अंदर Nusret, which is अगर आप Turkey and गए हैं, you're gone to Istanbul and you are into fine dining. So Nusret is a restaurant which is there in Istanbul, and it is an extremely expensive restaurant जिधर उनकी steaks ही $300-400 पे उनकी steaks शुरू होती हैं, even in Istanbul if you are there. So Nusret came here a couple of years ago. It opened up here in Dallas. In addition to that, there are a lot of fine dining restaurants coming up, and these fine dining restaurants are catering all to the elite of Dallas Fort Worth. So agar aap interested hain, Dallas is the place to be. For people who are sitting there and waiting and thinking कि okay, you know what, interest rates बढ़ गए हैं, हम अभी नहीं खरीदते, हम बाद में खरीदेंगे जब properties की value गिर जाएंगी. The thing is कि Dallas Fort Worth के अंदर इतने लोग relocate कर रहे हैं. There's so much relocation happening in the Dallas area कि prices are just going to keep increasing, and they are going to keep going up. So if you are in the market, अगर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अगर आपका कोई भी रियल एस्टेट का क्वेश्चन हो तो मैं यहाँ पर हर थर्सडे को आती हूँ. This is Saima Dillon. You can go on my website, which is www.saimadillon.com. SAIMADHILLON. अगर आप कोई भी क्वेश्चन है, you're welcome to give me a call between 105 and 125 Thursdays को जब मैं यहाँ पर आती हूँ, क्योंकि 135 पे break के बाद फिर I go into a different discussion, and it's difficult for me to answer calls. So मेरी माजरत, and I do apologize कि आप call कर रहे हैं, and मेरे लिए मुश्किल हो जाता है उस point के ऊपर उठाना. So but there's a lot happening in the Dallas Fort Worth area. अगर आप का Prosper में interest है, which is of 380 and 121 sorry, not 121, 380 and Tollway के पास. तो Prosper में Windsong Ranch है, जिधर a few lots have been released by this builder, and they are doing very customized building customized homes there. अगर आपका interest है तो please do reach out. I know I did get a couple of calls. I do have your information, and I'm going to get back to you tomorrow. अगर आप you have kids studying at UT Dallas, or you have kids working in uptown or downtown Dallas, tell your kids to start investing and become real estate investors. If you are able to help your kids with the down payment money, help them. Teach them how to become investors by getting hands-on practical experience. एक कमरे में खुद रहें, बाकी कमरों को lease out कर दें, and that is the best way. उसके अंदर majority of the home will be आपकी जो mortgage payment है, it's going to be taken care of by the tenants. And even when your child moves, changes schools, or go changes cities, or go somewhere else, put tenant in the property. Let the tenants, students, housing, let them pay the house off. That's what they say, that landlords do become rich in their sleep. So agar aap if you're into investment, please do reach out. We are working on a project. Agar aap, if you are in development, we are working on this project which is close to Royce City. And the project is where we are working with the city. It is a project which is on 80 acres. It's a project where, making something comparable to San Antonio and, Riverwalk. So agar aapka koi feedback hai, you are interested in learning more, please do reach out. The number to the studio is 214-817-3333. You're able to email me at vip@saimadillon.com. You are able to message me at you are able to send me a message at 972 244 3106. 972-244-3106. So आप मुझे text कर सकते हैं. You're able to reach out. You're able to let me know what exactly it is that text me and let me know what you're looking for. And if it needed, we can set up a time. We can speak on Zoom. Dallas Fort Worth is doing very well. Market is doing well. Investors are out there and they have started to invest in real estate because real estate did drop down. Probably, an average of around 20% decrease aaya hai in real estate, because a lot of people are sitting there and they are waiting. But here's what the thing is, that people are sitting there waiting for interest rates to drop, or just point your per interest rates drop hona shuru honge, there will be we are going to go back into the previous frenzy that we were in, where it's basic economics, demand and supply. जब interest rates drop, तो जितने लोग मार्केट के अंदर वेट कर रहे हैं, they're going to jump in and they are going to start buying, and we will go back to it being a seller's market. So this is the time for you to invest in real estate. So uske alawa, we something, I was listening to something very very cool this morning, and basically what a couple of things that there were a lot of amazing things in that live webinar that I was listening to. But one thing which this so I was actually listening to Vishen, who is the CEO of Mind Valley, and I was listening to a guest that he brought on. His name is Naveen Jain, and just something cool that I learned is the when you start giving, and you start giving without expecting anything in return. So when you start giving to the universe and you expect nothing in return, the dynamics change, the dynamics of your life change. So what they were saying was कि अगर आप किसी को हेल्प कर सकते हो, किसी को अपनी नॉलेज शेयर कर सकते हो, आप किसी के लिए आउट ऑफ द वे, इफ यू आर एबल टू बेंड ओवर बैकवर्ड्स, इफ यू आर एबल टू डू एनीथिंग फॉर एनीवन, एंड यू डू इट विदाउट एनी एक्सपेक्टेशंस, आपकी लाइफ की डायनामिक्स चेंज होना शुरू हो जाती है. और जिस पॉइंट के ऊपर आप अपनी लाइफ में you start loving yourself unconditionally, उस पॉइंट के ऊपर, चाहे आप उसको यूनिवर्स बोलें, आप उसको खुदा बोलें, आप द क्रिएटर को जिस तरह से भी, जो भी अल्फाज आप यूज करना चाहें, बट जिस पॉइंट के ऊपर you start loving yourself unconditionally and you start believing, you know what, you are worth it and you matter, the universe will start loving you unconditionally. Whatever it is that you feel for yourself within you is exactly what the universe will send to you. What you feel for yourself is what Everyone around is the energy you give out, and it is the energy that the universe is going to give back and send your way. It's so simple, right? So simple, yet so difficult. Because that unconditional love for yourself, how do you cultivate it, right? And you cultivate it, but then how do you give it? I mean, जब तक आप अपने लिए unconditional love नहीं feel करेंगे, राइट कितनी सारी चीज़ें जो हमारे सेल्फ एस्टीम से कनेक्टेड हैं, कितनी सारी चीज़ें हैं जो वी कीप ट्राइंग टू डू डिफरेंट थिंग्स, वी कीप ट्राइंग different things, and we are always looking for some kind of validation, right? We are a result oriented society, that if we give something, then we expect कि उसका कोई result होगा. And it's whenever you are expecting that result, it means you're constantly waiting okay, for validation. But that validation that one is always waiting for, that validation is something which takes away that unconditional, that word unconditional, from our body language. तो हमारी बॉडी लैंग्वेज, हमारी एनर्जी, हमारी हर चीज़ जो है वो रिफ्लेक्ट करती है. इट्स अ बाय प्रोडक्ट ऑफ एवरीथिंग दैट वी आर फीलिंग इंटरनली, दैट वी फील विद इन अस. When we love ourselves unconditionally, then we give and we spread the joy of giving out unconditionally. Whatever it is that you are able to do, whatever it is, however you're able to touch other people's lives, right? Um, the biggest disappointment comes from the people that you love, right? Simply because you expect the most from the people that you love, right? You don't expect anything from strangers. All the expectations are from people that you love. And you get hurt the most by those same people that you love, because they are the ones who you had expectations from. But it's a double edged sword. It's a double edged sword because, when you are expecting from the people that you love and you get hurt from the people that you love, it means you're not giving out unconditional love, right? Because you have those expectations, and those expectations mess you up. So it's very hard. I think probably the hardest thing that you do in your life, right, is to give unconditionally, even to the people that are closest to you. So just give whatever it is, right? हर किसी की giving capacity is not the same. Everyone does not give out in the same way. Everyone gives differently. I believe in touching lives, but I do it through the radio, through my streaming, through my podcast. This is something I am able to do even when I'm at my lowest point. This is something I'm able to do. But then there are amazing people who are out there in the field, and they're touching lives in the field. So हर किसी की giving capacity different है. Whatever. So when I was listening to this seminar of Mind Valley this morning, and Vishen was talking about giving back 5% or whatever it is that you make this intention कि I'm going to give. और जब आप ये सोचते हैं कि I'm going to give, तो आपकी सारी बॉडी लैंग्वेज चेंज हो जाती है, आपकी एनर्जी चेंज होती है, आपकी डायनामिक्स चेंज हो जाती है. And it just changes your trajectory. It changes how you go about doing anything when you make that intention, okay, I'm going to give 5% back in whatever way. I mean, any charitable organization that you are fond of, that you believe in, just जो भी आपका belief system है, जो भी आपका purpose है, right? So it makes a huge difference. And, that's what it's all about. It's about touching lives. It's about not having any expectations from people. It's about believing in yourself. It's about not being validation oriented. It's not sitting there and waiting for someone to come and pat you on the back and tell you how amazing you are. You don't need to be told, because you know what? You believe in yourself. You believe, having the courage to be able to uh, dream, to be able to have the desire to reach for the stars, whatever it is that you believe in doing. It takes courage to dream. I always say it takes a lot of courage to dream. But if you have the courage to be able to dream, then have the courage to be able to go after your dreams. Believe in yourself. I was recently speaking to someone, who's based in a different country. And I was telling them, they were telling me what their kids are doing and whatnot. And, their resources are very limited. And I was telling them that everything that you can think of, everything, all the education, no matter where you are in the world, if you have a computer, if you have internet, every education that you can think of is out there for free. The dynamics of the world are about to change very drastically. And the dynamics are about to change because of the introduction of AI, artificial intelligence, that has come in. Artificial intelligence is going to just redefine everything. A lot of companies have started to even lay off people because artificial intelligence has started to do so much content writing, so much of the work that artificial intelligence is contributing right now. Okay, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. But here's what the thing is: everything that you need to know, if you are out there anywhere in the world and you are looking for jobs and you are wanting to change your story, then go and start learning about AI, about artificial intelligence, chat GPT. Just start learning and start executing it and start applying it and start enhancing your skills, because the world is changing. There's going to be a lot of redundancy. The dynamics are changing. ये फिर से एक वो वक्त आ रहा है where everything is going to start changing. So you do need to know about what is going on, because if you don't, then you're going to be left behind. It makes a huge difference. You got to keep up with what's happening, and you got to keep up with what's going on in the world. So for kids, anywhere in the world, go on to YouTube, go on the internet. All these different kind of certifications. Google has certifications which are free. Enhance yourself on a weekly basis. Spend 2 hours enhancing yourself every week. Learn something different, learn a new tool, get a new certification, enhance yourself. The world is changing. We are in the last 4 minutes of the show. I have clients, they are looking for a truck stop. If you have a truck stop which does over which is doing really well, it does at least a minimum of 100,000 in sales inside, and 250,000 gallons outside. If you have a truck stop or you know of a truck stop for sale, please do reach out to me. Let me know. Uh, and that the number you can reach me at 972-244-3106, 972-244-3106. So reach out to me if you know of a truck stop for sale. Um, I do have land for sale. It is of El Dorado. It's not listed. It's off market land. It's slightly less than 20 acres. It is in Lakewood, so it's on the border between Little Elm. So अगर आपका interest है, you are in development, it's zoned for single family. अगर आपका interest है इसके अंदर, so do let me know. This is on the border of Little Elm and Lakewood Village. A small portion of the land is on Lake Louisville, and it is zoned for single family. If you're interested in this, you're able to get in touch with me at 972-244-3106. If you're a developer, do reach out to me, and I can give you additional information. So we have all these different opportunities. It just everything just varies based on what exactly it is that an individual is looking for. The joy of giving without expecting anything in return, right? It just when you start doing that, you start discovering so much about yourself, right? And I have been pursuing personal development um, continuously in the past several years. One thing was that I often worked with a, a fixed mindset. One trait of fixed mindset thinking is seeking validation, right? You need someone else to come and say, oh, you're doing something good. But that is actually, it hurts you. And it's not, you should not be looking for validation from anyone else. You should believe in yourself. So this is something that is my new project for myself, where I spend time on working on myself to develop the ability to just give without having any expectations, without expecting anything in return. And we are in the last minute of the show. You're listening to Heart with Saima. I come to you every Thursday from 1 to 2. And उसके अंदर अलग अलग चीज़ों की बातें होती हैं, कुछ रियल एस्टेट की बातें होती हैं, कुछ हार्ट टू हार्ट कॉन्वर्सेशन होती है, कुछ अपनी लाइफ के बारे में शेयरिंग होती है. So that's what Heart to Heart is all about. So if you need to get in touch with me, you can email me at vip@saimadillon, SAIMADHILLON, saimadillon.com. So get in touch with me. Let me know what your goals are, and you know and we can talk about that. So we are. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and thank you for listening to Heart with Saima.